I know you're never going to believe me, but this is true, and anyone who says it's not true will be touched by creepy Uncle Bad Touch. This story goes back to when I was only 4 years old, and my creepy Uncle Bad Touch had just gotten out of jail for something I really never knew. My mom had this strange closeness to Uncle Bad Touch for a reason I'll probably never know, and she let him stay with us until he got back on his feet. I always liked Uncle Bad Touch. He always treated me very nice, and he was very close to me. He even gave me lots of nice popsicles to suck on as long as I sucked on them slowly while he watched. He said it was so I didn't choke on it. When my Uncle Bad Touch arrived at my house, the first thing he did was give me a big hug. But since he was still standing, my face only reached under his stomach. My mom and Uncle Bad Touch went into her room to discuss their sleeping arrangements. I heard a faint buzzing sound and my mom making some moaning sounds. So I bet they were probably playing some Wii bowling, and I was annoyed I wasn't invited. As I got bored and left to go to the park, I heard the sound of a knife entering a woman's throat. Must be playing Wii Mass Homicide 2, I said. When I arrived at the park, I went to my favorite part of the tunnels right away. There were over 100 separate tunnels that were super easy to get lost in. It was designed like a maze. As I got close to the side where you enter the maze, I saw my two best friends there, Billy and Thomas. We all decided to have a race by getting extremely lost in the maze and seeing who could get out the fastest. We were all separated in parts of the maze, and we were all ready. 3, 2, 1, go. We all began our race, having no idea where each other were. I wasn't going to lose to pussies like Billy and Thomas. I started crawling as fast as I could in these tubes. It was almost night, and it was almost pitch black in there already. I rushed through tubes frantically, looking for the exit as fast as I could, to no avail. It has been almost 3 hours since we entered, and we haven't heard a thing from Billy or Thomas. I'm sure they were out by now. They'd already gone home. At least that's what I thought. I came across Billy, laying flat on the ground. "Billy," I said worriedly. No reply. I reached over Billy and flipped him over, and what I saw was the worst thing I've ever seen. Billy's dick had been ripped off and glued to his nose as if he had a trunk. I gotta admit, it was pretty funny. Anyways, after I finished laughing at that hilarious practical joke, I kept hoping that something familiar had happened to Thomas, so I could get 2 good laughs in the same day. After I went around looking for Thomas and the exit at the same time, for a while, I heard someone's voice. "Come here, boy. I want to have a word with ya." It sounded like Uncle Bad Touch, and I wanted to call out, but my vocal cords had just exploded out of my ass from laughing at Billy's dick trunk, so I couldn't. I heard someone crawling around in the tubes frantically. It sounded as if they were too big and could only just fit. Then suddenly, to my right, I heard Uncle Bad Touch's voice again. "There you are, boy. Come here." Beside me, I saw Uncle Bad Touch's face through the breathing holes in the sides of the tube. He was only 1 tube over from me. I started crawling as fast as I could, but it was no use. He grabbed my leg and pulled me back. He pulled down my pants and was about to cut off my dick, but I peed on his face. The pee acted as a lubricant, and I slid through my own asshole into another dimension, then slid through again into our dimension, but this time I appeared outside of the tubes. I looked at the tubes. Uncle Bad Touch had sealed them shut. There was no way out. That meant he was trapped as well. Just as I was about to leave, Uncle Bad Touch popped out, his dick one of the holes, and said, "Come here, boy." I knew what I had to do. I cut it off and stuck it to Billy's forehead. Now he had a double dick face. I laughed at my creativity. Later that day, after I got home, Uncle Bad Touch escaped. He could be anywhere. You're next.